Hey everyone, welcome to the 2026 primary election. This is the candidate forum. This is the Pasco School Board virtual candidate forum. It is the last one of our series, right? We've got District 5 here today. I am Amy Marie Granger-Welch. I am the Deputy Director for Families for Strong Public Schools. We are a nonpartisan, statewide grassroots organization dedicated to supporting and strengthening Florida's public schools. And we work to empower parents, students, educators, and community members with information, resources, and opportunities to engage in the decisions that shape public education. We believe informed voters and engaged communities are essential to strong public schools, and we're proud to partner with the League of Women Voters to help provide this forum so voters can hear directly from all the candidates. Teresa, you're up.
Hi, I'm Teresa Potter, co-president of the League of Women Voters of Hillsborough and Pasco counties, and I'm just going to give a brief overview of important voting dates and deadlines, and then we'll get right to the forum. So first, it's really important that everybody know that August 18th is not just a primary for partisan elections. Everyone can vote, even those who are registered, no party affiliated. School board and judicial races are nonpartisan, and there's even some races on the ballot this year that are universal, meaning all voters can vote in those as well, including no party affiliated voters. The deadline to register for August 18th is passed. It was July 20th. Deadline is always 29 days before the election, but the deadline for vote by mail has not passed. We'll get to that in a second. It's also important to know that if you did not vote in the 2024 election and you're marked as an inactive voter, that doesn't mean anything. You are still registered to vote in Florida. You haven't been stricken from the voting rolls, and you are eligible to vote. However, if you miss two general elections, you need to register again. So make sure that you know if you missed one, you're good to go. You can still vote. And you can change your address at any time. So if you were registered to vote in Florida in one county and you've now moved to Pasco County, you can register, you can still vote in Pasco County. You don't have to re-register. If you're registered to vote in another county, you're registered to vote in Florida, you can change your address at any time, including on election day. There's no deadline for that, as long as you're already registered somewhere else in Florida. Vote by mail deadline is August 6th. It's 12 days before the election day. So you can request a vote by mail ballot online by mail or by calling the supervisor of elections. Just make sure that you mail it back well before the election day. And if you do not mail it early, make sure that you drop it off at any early voting site during early voting. If you don't drop it at an early voting site or mail it back early, you cannot drop off your vote by mail ballot at your precinct on election day. You can only drop it off at supervisors of elections offices on election day. So if you haven't mailed it back or dropped it at an early voting site and it's election day, you may want to just vote at your precinct. You can go ahead and vote in person. You can take in your vote by mail ballot and surrender it there, and they'll give you a regular ballot to vote. Or if you've lost your vote by mail ballot, you can still walk right into your precinct and vote in person on election day. Early voting in Pasco County is from August 8th to the 15th from 10 to 6, and election day, of course, is August 18th from 7 to 7. And we're going to get right to our candidate forum for today. And we're going to start by asking Michelle Mandarin to give a 2-minute introduction.
Well, first and foremost, I wanted to thank you ladies so much for inviting me to speak. I know it's very important for community members to be involved in local politics, especially the primaries. So I was very happy to hear that you are sharing that information for our community so they understand that the primaries are very important. As for me, I am running for school board. I started getting involved in my local community a couple of years ago. It was during COVID when I got time to, teach my own daughter at home, and something inside me wanted to get more involved. So I started going to school board members locally. I wanted to know what was going on in my local community. And I learned a lot from just attending first few school board meetings. And then from that day forward, 2 years, I was attending every school board meeting, and I learned a lot. And one of the things that I took from that and I didn't really like as a mom and as a community member was the way certain things were run in the district. I met many parents, I met many staff and teachers that shared with me that they didn't feel heard. They didn't feel like they were being listened to. And I wanted to know why. And from my perspective, a lot of the school board members toe the line and they are not very individualistic when it comes to making decisions. From my perspective as a mom and a community member, I feel as a school member, I would be an independent voice, an independent school board member that would listen to the community, actually bring these problems to the forefront so that we can solve them. One of the things I noticed as well attending school board meetings is that the issues were never really highlighted. It was only the positive things. So as a school board member, I would love to bring forward the issues so we can solve them. Oh, my time's up.
Real quick before, you have to stop that before I can start the next timer.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, not you. That's Amy.
Oh.
Real quick before Amy starts the next question, I just want to mention to everybody that we did invite Megan Harding, the other candidate in this race, and she was not able to make this date. We offered a couple of other dates as well, and she said she wasn't able to make any of those, but she thought that we would still have a great forum, and so we're moving forward and sharing the information that we have here with the other candidate. And now Amy will start the questions.
All right. And you will be timing.
I'll time 1 minute answers.
Yeah. All right. First question. As you know, the Florida Constitution legally binds the state to make adequate provision for a uniform, efficient, safe, secure, and high quality system of free public schools. What is the role of the school board in ensuring this? And where do you think Pasco County schools do this well? And where is there room for improvement?
All right, so that is true. One of the main things I learned as a mom attending school board meetings is the fact that a lot of the ways the school board works is from the top down. A lot of the laws they have to follow. And the job of a school board member is oversight and governance. And I know that I would have to follow the district and the way things go, but the way that what I would like to bring forward to the table is highlighting the things and the issues that need to be changed and actually going to Tallahassee myself and advocating for our district and whatever we need. There's only so much you could do if you stay local and you don't actually advocate for what the issues are locally. So that's one way we can improve is actually highlighting the issues, going to Tallahassee and advocating for the things and the changes that we need. One of the things I've personally seen with teachers and on the campaign trail is that teachers have too much admin work.
We'll have a teacher question for sure.
Okay. All right, next question. How should districts address disparities in resources or opportunities between schools?
Yes, the best way to do that first and foremost is to highlight them. One of the things I've noticed as a mom paying attention to the school board is that they only highlight the good things that are happening instead of actually highlighting the schools that are in need of more funding, in need of more support. And that's the first step that I would take. I would like to visit all my schools and find out what's going on in each and every one of them and make sure that the teachers are supported and that there's enough funding for them to do the work that they need to do. I hope that answers the question.
All right. Next question. Florida's Schools of Hope law can allow certain charter schools to operate in unused rooms on a public school campus while limiting how much authority local school boards have over certain school facility decisions. If a public school in your district were affected by Schools of Hope proposal, how would you work to protect students, support the school community, and ensure families are informed throughout the process?
All right. I know that one of the issues that is happening locally is that a lot of parents are pulling their kids from public school. One of the reasons that's happening is because our schools are not being supported enough. We need to improve our schools in order for our parents the parents and then the community feel confident in our public schools. So I guess the best way to go about that is going to every school that is at risk of losing their students and see what we could do to improve the schools, advocate for those students, and make sure that they have the resources they need, and that the parents are confident with sending their children to those public schools. I am an advocate for public schools, and I believe that if we improve our schools, that we will not have the need to have charter schools fill in the gaps.
Thank you. All right, question 5. How would you prioritize spending decisions during tight budget years?
So one of the things that I've wanted, or I've asked the school board to do years ago, and I want to do bring it up as a school board member, is possibly getting a third party audit of the budget, make sure that there's no waste. And if we do, and when we do find waste, because there always is reinvest that money on our teachers and possibly give them a raise, and hopefully hire more teachers, more high quality teachers.
Yeah. What is your vision for the future of public education in Florida as education options continue to expand?
So my hope as a school board member is to, like I said earlier, is regain the confidence of our community and our parents so that they feel confident in putting their kids in public school. I am a proponent and advocate of public school, as it is part of the Constitution for us to have a public school so we can have a well-advised citizenry. So I hope for the future of making our public schools stronger so that we have a strong community.
Thank you. What role should school boards play in advocating for state funding or legislative changes?
That's a very important role for school board members. Like I said earlier, I would like to get really involved in my local community and my local schools, not just in my own district, but countywide. Find out what these schools need and advocate in Tallahassee for more funding, and bring those changes back into our community so that we have stronger schools.
Thank you. What principles would guide your communication with the public regarding school district referendum measures, and how would you ensure voters have the information they need to make informed decisions?
Communication is key when it comes to the referendum. And as I stated earlier, I would like a third party audit on the budget so we don't have to rely on referendums. I feel very passionate about our teachers, and it's not fair to them to have to depend on a voting day for them to know that they're going to be secure and how much they're going to get paid. So I would really like to really dive deep into the budget, make sure teachers are our priority when it comes to our budget.
Number 9, what is your understanding of the school district's procurement process, and what approach would you take to identify potential cost savings without compromising educational quality or student services?
Well, since I am not a school board member and I am a mom outside looking in, I would honestly, I don't have the answer for that one. I would like to be able to answer that, but I honestly, I don't know.
Thank you. All right, last question. This is Pasco specific. Some Pasco schools are overcrowded, while others have fewer students and may face closure or consolidation. How do student enrollment, staffing, and class size affect these decisions, and what would guide your approach to planning for the future of the district?
I believe the issue lies in, like I said earlier, making our school, every school needs to be an A-rated school. And the fact that parents are pulling their kids out of the schools, putting them in other because of school choice. And I say that we should have all our schools be strong schools so that we don't have the issue of low enrollment and parents pulling their kids out of school. So the way I would approach it, like I stated earlier, is making sure every school that we have within our district is strong, has the support they need, and make sure that they are supplying what the parents are in need of. So as a school board member, I would go into every school, make sure that everything that their parents are asking, the community is asking for, is provided.
Thank you. You have 1 minute left. That was all of our questions. So you have 1 minute to address anything that maybe we missed or that you want to close out with. Just something you got a minute.
First, I just want to, again, thank you for including me. I just want to be involved in my community. I want to provide for my community, make sure I serve my community. I want to listen to everyone, not just one side, not just the district. I want to involve everybody in the process of making our school stronger. And because I've witnessed it firsthand, I want to make sure nobody feels unheard. I want to make sure everybody has the opportunity to have a strong school within their community. And that's what I want to bring to the table. I'm going to be an independent voice. I'm not going to rubber stamp anything. I'm going to make sure everybody knows that we are making attempts to solve the issues that I will definitely highlight.
Yeah. Teresa.
All right. Just going to close out by reminding everybody that it's important to vote on August 18th for public schools and our judicial offices and anything else that's on your ballot in August. Make sure you check your registration, request your vote by mail ballot. It's really easy to vote early. Early voting in Pasco County is August 8th through the 15th from 10 to 6 every day. You can organize a voting event. You can all go vote together during early voting. You don't have to vote right at your own precinct. So you can go with, if you're having a family brunch, you can all go together or all go together from church or a school event. It's also really important to vote early. I just learned whether you return your vote by mail ballot early or vote early, as soon as you do, you get off of all of those candidate calls. So you stop getting text messages and calls and people knocking on your door. So vote early. And then to get information on what's on your ballot, if you're not sure what judicial offices are on there or your school board, because as you probably know, in Pasco County, every voter votes for every district. It's a county-wide race for every school board district. But if you don't know that, you're not sure what's on your ballot, you can go to the League of Women Voters online voter guide, completely nonpartisan, vote411.org, put in your address, put in what ballot you vote, whether it's a partisan ballot or a no party affiliated ballot. Once you choose that, it'll pull up exactly what's going to be on your ballot when you go. And we send questions to every candidate that's on your ballot, and their answers go directly into the system. We don't touch them, so you can see information on everything that's on your ballot all in one place. Amy, any last thoughts?
No, just make sure you share our videos. We have this on our YouTube channel, as well as the league has been pushing this out as well. It's on vote411.org. Share it with your friends and neighbors. Encourage them to vote. We want as many people voting on or before August 18th, so that we have the most amount of input for these community positions, the ones that impact our students and our kids directly. Thank you for being here.
Thank you,
Michelle.
for being here, Michelle.
Thank you. I appreciate the invite.